Hello, family. Greetings and welcome. Welcome and thank you so much for joining us today. Today is Friday the 17th. We are celebrating what could be or what is or do we what how do we say it? Possibility of what could be our newest member of the years or if not the years. There's an organization called ASECNA. ASECNA is it's like a francophone something. It was started by France, Agency for Aerial Navigation Safety in Africa and Madagascar. I think it's Africa, the whole of Africa. But I remember, I think Chad wanted to be the chairman this year, and we'll be going around the years. And because Madagascar is there, but today Madagascar could be a new nation wanting to join the ranks of Captain Ibrahim Traore, Abdurrahman Tiani, and General Assimi Goita. The three, if it's possible. And we are asking the Most High and our ancestors to make it happen. Make it happen because we are seeing, or we allegations that France could be rushing to see how they can change things on the other side, on the island out of Mozambique, that is Madagascar. So today we saw a new president being sworn in Madagascar, General Colonel Michael Randrianirina. Very difficult name for some, Randrianirina. And do you know what amazed me during that? Yeah, we're coming to a speech and all that. What amazed me is the whole speech is in the local language. I mean, we have seen Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger trying to come into terms that we need to introduce our local language, Bambara, and the mother languages, like we have Swahili. They are introducing it now, but in Madagascar, the president was directly speaking to the people using that language. I think it's the influence of the East and South Africa, that they have their language as part of the national languages. And it was amazing. And what did he say? What did he say that could make us want to listen to him more? So the president intended to address the country's recurring social issues, particularly in the energy, health, and education centers. Prudent fiscal policies are to be implemented with public expenditures focused on the most urgent and fundamental needs of the people. And by the way, he talked about Madagascar and he said, for how many years? Like 60 years, they have had the independence, but they remain the poorest country in the world, or one of the poorest countries in the world. And he said this is a turning point for Madagascar in history. And he voiced his determination to break with the past and open a new chapter in the nation that is Madagascar's life. He announced the launch of an inclusive institution reform process. We are hoping that it will work and it will work perfectly. Maybe he's 51. He was born 1974. He has been a governor of the Madagascar Southern Andre region between 2016 and 2018. We saw him also fighting with the current president. I think he never liked the way he ruled. Then he was put in prison, I think 2018, 2019 or about then. And he has been a big critic of the president. And he's in the CAPSAT. It is CAPSAT. CAPSAT is the special unit of like CAPSAT, like the military special unit. And he also invited the international community to participate in Madagascar's national reconstruction, expressing his expectation for bilateral and multilateral cooperation based on the principles of constructive, sincere, and fair dialogue. Then another thing that he did, he refused completely to call this a coup. They went from the people ousting the president together with these guys, definitely. But now he was hiding behind the people Then the National Assembly, that is the parliament, uh, as, you know, going to parliament and what do we say? Like they voted for him to be ousted. Then this guy comes and says, you know what? We are the president. I am the president now. We'll be the leaders who create a new government in 2 years and all that. So we have seen a lot of step by step, you know, development for this country called Madagascar. And today, we are happy to announce that Madagascar has a new president. But there are things that are coming, like we can say they are allegations. And one thing that we can say is definitely the French will not be happy if this guy is not on their side. We would be seeing a lot of puppets, a lot of friends of the France and partners calling for upholding the rule of law, democracy, and all that, like we saw in the countries of the AES. If these people keep quiet, we definitely know that our captain, our colonel, Michael Randrianirina,
is one of them.
has entered their box. But if they keep punching on him, punching on their new administration, definitely know that they have lost him. We can compare Ibrahim Traore and the trio with Gabon. Gabon was quiet, and Chad, quiet, he's doing the right thing, he knows what he's doing, blah, 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 it's not a coup. We didn't see anything. But right now, you see RFI saying, for example, I was seeing a post where it was saying, uh, the president has come in and he's not talking about the institutional reforms that we will do. We have seen the AU telling, suspending the Madagascar.
Yeah.
When you suspend someone, it's like a father who, when the son does bad, you chase him out of the home rather than talking to him, correcting him and saying this was bad and this is how you work.
But what correction can the AU give to Madagascar when they themselves are just toothless?
Exactly. So there's a general in Madagascar. His name is General Leilson Ren de Roland, advisor to the officers of the CAPSAT. And this morning, he talked in, to the media during the president oath, addressing the African Union, France, Emmanuel Macron, and French foreign partners. And this is what he said, and I quote, "Where were you, African Union, when the Malagasy people had neither electricity nor water? Did you even try to find a solution? But as soon as the Malagasy youth rise up, sanctions appear immediately. When we are in solidarity, we work together. But if you do not wish to collaborate, then stay in your own countries. To international partners, everyone has their homeland. Madagascar belongs to the Malagasy. You know, Madagascar, you say Madagascar, but the people is Malagasy. Yeah, like Burkina Faso. So he continued and said, so when presidents speak, let them show respect because the Malagasy people who are rising up are not crazy. Then he said to the French, France, not the French, France for the French. This is what he said, France for the French. We respect the French people, but Macron must also respect us as we are in a sovereign state. Besides, Macron doesn't even have the support of 15% of the French population. Therefore, he cannot claim to speak on behalf of the French, especially since he is deeply unpopular in his own country today. That's what this guy said. So, like you're saying, the African Union cannot tell them anything because these people are usually quiet. Like now, they should speaking about Sudan. What is happening in Sudan? They should be working. You should be seeing them working tirelessly to ensure that things are working in Sudan. The same thing in Congo. But these people are usually quiet, eating the money that came from the EU. You know, the EU funds like 66% or 70% of the EU. So they are usually quiet until it happens that what something occurs which is not rhyming with what their masters want. So that's the problem. Thomas Sankara said, "He who feeds you controls you." So
No,
the,
when he says sorry, when he says France for the French, Macron, mind your French business. I think Macron, he's minding his French business by invading Madagascar and the rest of the Francophone, because without all these African countries, for sure, France is dead. We are already seeing the results of just the three pulling out. Imagine now Madagascar, if this continues and it goes on well as according to the AES plan, hopefully they will join us and be part of us. It will show you another gap that France can no longer fear. Remember, this journalist saying that, Macron promised us this and this and this, but as soon as he took over, schools are collapsing, hospitals, government systems are failing. Is this the system? Is this the vision that he had for the country, or what kind of strategy did he have? I think Macron never saw it coming, and right now it's like a government we are seeing all over Africa. When something happens, they panic because they are never ready for the people to take over and rise and say we are done. They are so used to probably our previous generation, though that of our parents, fully into Christianity, couldn't question anything, couldn't even doubt a single word that came from them. When they say this is the right way, we follow. This is good, we follow. So this is a different generation altogether now rising up and saying this is nonsensical. And this guy is now saying, hey, mind your French business and let us mind our business. Where were you, AU, when we needed you the most? Where were you? Whoever is now talking when you needed you the most. So you can't come in now when we're trying to save ourselves from all this shit.
And I remember Ibrahim Traore saying, he said, "I'm sorry for the French people, but Emmanuel Macron has been good for Africa." Because during his time, Africans realized what has been happening.
Exactly.
And you can say France is collapsing. But why is it collapsing? Because they have lost their grab on Africa's resources. They have lost their grab on the Sahel. And a lot is happening. Now, they were not expecting Madagascar. You see? So, guys, there was some allegations. Things come step by step. And it's like France had tried to reach out to the military leaders of Madagascar, like he had done to was it Tiani or Assimi Goïta? Like Assimi Goïta, when he took power, they were sending him, messages like, "We know who you are going to install next. This is the person." When Assimi Goïta was the first one, so they never expected that he would just take it and stay with it. They expected that he's a military, you just take it and give her to someone. So they were proposing some people. So I think it was happening to Madagascar, where some advisors from France had attempted through the French ambassador in Madagascar to contact the new military authorities in order to obtain certain guarantees. But these approaches remained unanswered, where Colonel Randrianirina and his companions remained unflappable, focused, and determined to work exclusively for the Malagasy people. So he had a meeting, allegedly, where he expressed his concerns regarding the military seizure of power in Madagascar, fearing, in his own words, a possible foreign interference. He's also, there's a very sensitive issue of France owns 3 islands in the Indian Ocean. 2 are close to Madagascar. One is Reunion. This big Madagascar Reunion is close. It's between Mauritius and Madagascar. Then there's Mayotte, which is on the northwestern side between Madagascar and Comoros. I think I should show you what I mean by that. Share screen.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. Please like the live, comment, let's have a conversation. This is not just us here to talk to ourselves. We would love you to join and be part of the conversation.
Yeah, so this is Madagascar, right? This being Madagascar, this is Reunion, this is Mayotte. Those are what they call department, foreign department of France,
Mm.
or their foreign departments of France. Then there's one close to, I think this one, French, this one, this big French southern and Antarctic lands. This one is close to Antarctica, just the south of the Indian Ocean. Okay, the African Ocean, like we should be calling it. Yeah, so that's it. And they are very concerned because Madagascar, this former president, the what was it? Andry Rajolina, had at some point, and I remember him fighting and asking them to give back these islands, especially the Reunion. But they are foreign departments of Madagascar. So they are also scared that they could lose these islands in the future because it's easy. Niger was able to get back everything, all the uranium. Burkina, they have taken all the gold. Mali, it's easy. I mean, just saying we need you out, it's our islands, and putting military there, and it will be gone. Yeah. Then there's another allegation, because we cannot say it's true, because can we say it's true that President Putin, we are not very sure about this, but people are saying that Putin had dispatched representatives of the Russian Federation and the ambassador to meet with the new Malagasy military authorities, together with Colonel Michael Randrianirina, right? And the meeting was particularly fruitful. Several agreements and strategic projects are already in preparation. So we can say that things are moving. If this is true, things are moving in the right direction. And I can tell you that it would be amazing. It would be amazing. And I think it's the reason why you are seeing even France 24. Let me share that. Even France 24 was writing this. This. You see, this is France 24, which wrote, after the coup in Madagascar, France calls for the preservation of democracy and the
As
rule
who?
of law.
As who gave them the audacity to be calling and I don't understand these people. Like, who gives you the authority to say we are calling, we demand?
Godfather. They are the godfather.
Who assigned you that role?
So there's a big problem for these guys. Either, this is what I'm praying. Like, I really hope that this is a deal. Like, it's so genuine that these guys will link up with the AES and Russia. Like, we are seeing people reporting.
Yeah, if the Russia story is true, then they're a step closer.
Yeah, they are a step closer to getting there. So I'm really, really hoping that this will be something worth celebrating very, very soon. Like, I don't even know how to say this.
As our brother said in our previous live,
we wait.
Yeah, we wait and see if this is really by the people, for the people, with the people.
Yeah. So there's a lot, and let me tell you something that this guy said. Actually, I'm going to quote him. He said, okay, he was awarded the Grand Cross of the First Class of the National Order, a distinction reserved only for presidents, because he's now a president. And he said, this day marks a turning point for our country, with a people in turmoil, driven by the desire for change and by a deep love for their homeland. We are joyfully opening a new chapter in our nation's life. Unfortunately, 65 years after its independence, Madagascar is still among the poorest countries in the world. This chaotic situation has awakened the conscience of a bold youth, a youth who hope for a more promising and secure future for themselves and for generations to come. The youth, victims of injustice, plundering of their resources, and embezzlement of public property, composed mainly of Generation Z. Gen Z, you remember Gen Z mother? Supported by all Malagasy citizens, took to the streets to demand national reconstruction in the resolution of recurring socio-economic problems, including the incessant water and electricity cuts. And do you know what this guy is calling the government? He's calling it the refoundation. He's saying, I'm now the president of the refoundation of the Republic of Madagascar. That means they are rebuilding.
Revamping, yeah.
They are rebuilding because he's saying for 65 years we have not seen anything.
Just like Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger.
Yeah. And by the way, guys, let me tell you, and I keep on saying I'm praying that this becomes the real deal, right? If these guys manage to take like Madagascar as it is, remember one thing is Madagascar is that unique, very unique nation which has plants and animals like never seen anywhere in the world. Like guys, if you have ever watched that cartoon Madagascar, we have that animal called lemur. It's only found there. We can talk about baobab trees, and in Africa, I think we have like 9 species or so, and or 10, and only 1 species is found in the mainland Africa. The rest are in yeah, you find small one, very tall one. Yeah, it's beautiful. So when it comes to tourism, this could be very big.
Tourism.
Yeah, exactly, for tourism. And imagine, you know, we can be crossing the ocean going to see things in Madagascar because exactly. So it could be a very beautiful thing. I've seen a Russian lady who was organizing trips to Madagascar for Russians, and people used to enjoy. It's beautiful. So the new president denounced the authoritarian regime that had plunged the country into darkness for years and had played the card of violence, brutality, and violation of human rights. And he promised to work with all vital forces of the nation and to break with the past. He said, we are committed to undertaking all necessary actions and measures against the enemies of the Republic, to repairing the wrongs suffered by the victims during the popular movement, and to guaranteeing the free exercise of fundamental rights and freedoms, including the freedom of expression. Beautiful, beautiful, very beautiful.
Seems like a guy who has a plan, and I just remember on the video that we reported, the guy already has, a strategy on how they are going to move forward and develop the country. Just a day in office or few
Not
hours.
even a day. Imagine,
Just a few hours.
imagine Putin sends his representative. Do you know when you see? Okay, these are allegations, but definitely these things are not very far from the truth. When you see Putin sending a delegation, it means they already spoke to him. Hey, can you please send? We want to do something. And they said, and what did they do during the meeting? They said it was very fruitful, and there were several strategic agreements and major projects already in preparation. Like major projects.
Of course, it's work.
Like this guy is not even, he's not sleeping on it.
The problem that we have, as we said, I think in our previous videos and lives, is at the fact that with democracy, you need to have elections, you need to have campaigns, and with the campaigns, it takes a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy, honestly, because you are there invested in this whole thing of trying to win this election. And if you fail to win, you have to do something about it. Either you rig or do whatever it will take. So it's just a lot. So within that times frame of trying to get into power, you have wasted resources, you have wasted time, and these people are not elected. So when they get into the office, they are going straight into business. There's no time to be repaying people who paid you for a campaign, thinking of how you are going to pay back, to refund them. Exactly. There's no strategy for your next 5 years. If I fail or if I don't get elected again, what happens? You're just there and there to serve people, and that will be it. If you die, you die knowing that I have done good by my people.
Although some of we have seen those schools, especially in West Africa, and it happens that like most when they killed
Sankara
in Togo and they killed Silvanos Olympio, it's the father of Nyasimbe who came into power. He was a military, so it was a coup. But what kind of a coup? Oh, we can even go to Gabon. Like when Gabon, they took away from Ali Bongo, a puppet. It was like just France turning the tide and people thinking we have a new president. Only for Africa to realize, wow, it's the same thing. It's the same world, you know? So this won't be of any help. But you see, sometimes you get these guys who come into power through coups, but they are coups.
Organized by this
So when this person gets into power, it's serving the master and making themselves rich. But we are hoping that this one from Madagascar will be like a clean. Do you know when I say like these are the countries in Africa that I want to visit? Madagascar has always been one of those countries because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It has multi ethnicity, multicultural. You enjoy
diversity.
and brothers and sisters.
And you know,
I want to know if you will be joining me, visiting Madagascar.
I was thinking Madagascar only they like countries like Eswatini, they only have one tribe. And I was shocked to learn that there's more than 20 or more than whatever with different culture, diversity, language, food, everything is just diverse.
And the way like they have unique plants and animals. Madagascar being like a way, we can say a way for the sheep. It was, you see people who look like Africans, like people who very much look like people of South Africa or Mozambique because they just crossed. Then we have people who look very closely to the people of Southeastern Asia, the people of Indonesia, Papua, and all that. And those different ethnics have come to stay together into one nation, one big island, where they share different cultures, different ethnicities, but they are one, they are Africans. You see, we are one people across, from Africa to Australia, the Aborigines, and from Africa to the other side of the continent of South America and North America. You find our people everywhere. So I think it's beautiful. It's very beautiful. But I'm amazed by this guy. I was last time we had a live stream, and one of our brothers here was telling us we can only wait. That was on a Sunday. But I think I'm getting excited. Are you?
I'm still waiting. I don't want to get too much excited.
We need to confirm that. We need to confirm that Russian thing. Then if it's confirmed, then we know we're on the right path.
Yeah, I think just like we reported when it comes to the AES, there's a lot of people trying to sabotage this mission. It's not everybody who's happy that Africa is rising. Africa is finally seeing, things as they are and for who they like these people for who they are. So there's a lot of trying that will be done to try and sabotage, to try and buy these people into the French side or whoever wants to benefit from this whole thing. So we need to be very vigilant. I love what Captain Traore is doing. Like right now, a lot of people are trying to go back to Africa.
Yeah, our brothers and sisters who are in the diaspora.
Come back to Africa, come back to the motherland. But with them, they come traitors because it's not everybody with our skin who has, the same vision that we all have for our continent. Some of them would be sent, some of them, like Michael Langley, he was used to try and destroy Burkina Faso. And to see people of his, of his nature and position and caliber, you'd expect better from him, but he was used by the imperialists to say, go and talk to these people, maybe they will listen to you. You are the same, skin color with them. And we need to be very vigilant. So with this whole Madagascar thing, yes, it's sounding and seeming like it's something promising and beautiful for Madagascar and for the Malagasy, but a lot of people are not happy, and a lot of people can be used, including people that look like us, that look like us. France is desperate. France is literally dead. So the only people that can save France is the Francophone countries in Africa. And without them, it will be it will be the end for Macron. And really, who would want to leave office knowing that he's sabotaged his country instead of, rebuilding or helping it to get to better heights? So Macron will have to try and clean up his image also by doing anything that he can do to save France. They depend on us most of the. I remember someone saying, in these European countries, you find that the houses have gas like piped into the houses, full supply. Do they have gas in their?
Some do, some get
Like
from
very
Russia.
little, some will get from Africa and put in their reserves. Their conditions and systems are working better than ours, who have the resources. So imagine now you're Macron and you're the one who came and electricity in France. I think Paris is one of the cities right now experiencing blackouts in Europe. You see, since Macron came, it's just a mess. And those are things that we are used to in Africa. And some of us got used to the fact that in the villages there's no electricity. When our African countries can produce electricity, we have the ability, we have everything that we need to produce all of these things. So it's happening, but we still need to be vigilant. No need to be excited. I think it's quite early.
There's a brother, we have a WhatsApp group, and I'm going to post we have a WhatsApp group where we meet as a family, and we talk a lot about things that are affecting us. I'm going to post that link to our WhatsApp on the comment section. That's a long one, but it's a long one, but once you click, it should go direct to our WhatsApp, right? So I was talking to a brother. Okay, there's a shorter one here. I was talking to a brother on the page, and he sent me. This is our WhatsApp chat. You click that link, and to lead you to our groups where you join. It's called United African Plus. So our brother was sent us videos of a lady who was talking about like what is happening in this era. The US, the dollar was pegged to gold long time ago, but at some point they made it a fiat currency, meaning it is no longer pegged to the dollar, but just paper. So they could print, give to people, give to African nations. They are in debt. Then the African nations take their coffee, their gold, their minerals. They give. So you are giving out commodity but in return, what do you get? You are getting paper. But now it's not sustainable because the world is in debt with each other. I think like what is a lot of debt. I cannot remember the number. A lot of money. So right now they have realized that the most important thing is gold. And now it's coming back again to Africa to try not to force Africa into giving them gold, but using the puppet leaders, putting military bases, making these leaders sign crazy contracts on mining and like Congo. Congo just signed a contract the US and Trump said we have signed a lot of contract, a lot of minerals, a lot of gold. They will get a lot of gold. So it's crazy how and you've seen the AES countries owning up their gold, owning up their uranium and all that, because they understand the times we are in. Even Russia is doing deals with them, clean deals, because they understand this is the time, and this is the time when they can buy these resources. The same thing with Russia. They are buying en masse. And the reason why they are buying these resources is because we are in a period where people are rushing to get these resources for their own, benefit. So the AES has been good. They have managed to own up their resources. They are, building processing plants locally so that they can have their own reserve. But we have countries in Africa like Zimbabwe. I don't even know if Zimbabwe have any reserve, but they have a lot of gold. Zambia the same. These are the leaders we are saying they need to wake up. They need to wake up and smell the coffee and say, you know what? Let us have our resources here. Let us have reserves here. Let us process gold here. Let us make those rings here. And if you want to buy gold, come here and buy finished products, not raw materials.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. But
I don't think for the leaders it's a matter of waking up. It's a matter of a whole total overhaul of the government or the systems that we have, because there's no way you wake somebody up and tell them now you need to stop stealing when they know that I need to steal for this next 5 years that I am in office, and hopefully if I go in for another second term I need now to steal for the last time, because it's not guaranteed that I'm going to come back for a third term or for whatever, unless you are Museveni. So for them, it's not a matter of telling them to wake up. It's a matter of getting leaders that know what they're in office for. The Malagasy guy, we're hoping that he's a genuine guy. He entered 2 days, one day for a few hours. He's already directly into business and working on strategies on how they have to build their country. It's not even rebuilding, build the country from scratch.
foundation.
Yeah, there's nothing there. If Zimbabwe got a good leader who wanted the best for Zimbabweans, it would be building Zimbabwe from scratch, because Zimbabwe is literally down on the ground.
They are stuck in the sanctions.
Imagine
and
that.
Russia
was also sanctioned.
with sanctions.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just knowing what you are.
It's a matter of
The
leadership.
problem with African leadership, especially these leaders who are above us, they only think of making themselves rich.
That's it.
And so you become so wealthy, but after that, you're useless. You don't even know where to take all this money. I mean, what is it for? I mean, I'd rather be a good leader who, once I'm gone, people will celebrate. I'd rather be a good leader where, like you saw people celebrating the president of Venezuela when the US is fighting, and they are ready to fight with him. The same way with the ES president. You are for the people to a point that you own nothing. You own nothing, but you are making people wealthy. People continue being wealthy, the health systems are okay. But what do we see in Africa? We see leaders who are very rich. Actually, some even have been named like the richest people in Africa, only that they cannot be fitted into the Forbes richest people in Africa, but they are the richest. They obtain their wealth through fraudulent activities, stealing from the people. So finally, you are very rich, but now when you get sick, you cannot be treated at home. You have to rush abroad. Some even die abroad. They come back as cargo, actually cargo. So it's so sad.
All for what?
It's so easy to lead Africa. Like I keep on saying, it's very easy, especially the new generation. You only need someone to listen to them. You listen to them. Hey, we can do this. You call a delegation, a representative of those leaders. How can we work on this? You write a report. You tell them, can we do this? Yes, you start implementing.
It's not easy unless you are upright, because only the upright do not have cartels behind them. Only the upright do not have people they need to try and give some cash behind closed doors.
You are funded by some people.
So unless you are upright, and how many upright men and women do we have in society?
Not upright. Actually, for the leaders, it's this type of democracy. It gets, because you're using millions of dollars for campaigns, or thousands of dollars. Where do you get all this money?
Upright. Do you know why I'm saying upright? Look at Magufuli. Magufuli was into government as a guy who had to campaign. He had to do all of these things. At some point, he used a lot of money just for campaigning. But as soon as that guy entered into power, those people were evading tax. Even the big popular guys in Tanzania, their companies had to be told, hey, you need to be paying your taxes. You need to be. That's an upright guy. There's nobody giving him cash behind closed doors to say, leave alone my businesses. Let me just operate the way I've been operating. He wanted everything, clean systems, perfect. Everything should move the way it should be. Just away from a military leader. That is Magufuli. We have the examples. And what happened to Magufuli? His life was cut short, unfortunately. But it's an example of if you are upright, no matter how you were put into power or no matter how you got into power, you can be able to change Africa, the narrative of Africa, and to take us to a place where everybody wants to get there, honestly. We all want to benefit from the wealth that Africa has.
Guys, let me tell you a story. Beautiful story. That was 2020, right? Tanzania was doing the elections. No, they were to do elections because was it? When
The
are they
next one
voting?
is
They are voting right now.
Right now, yeah.
So 2020 was
December, January.
maybe next year because 2020 was when Tanzania, those guys were doing campaigns and all that.
Yeah.
Do you know we used to watch Magufuli from morning to? We are not even Tanzanians, guys.
Yeah.
We used to watch Magufuli, and then we had not known someone like Ibrahim Traore. He was no one.
Actually, this month. What am I saying?
Yeah, I think it was 2020. I remember properly because that guy was in my, like, I was a fan. You know that person where you know, was it 2020? It was 2019, right? Yeah, because the campaign was then, and this guy, the people loved him. We loved him. We were not even our brothers and sisters from the US who were relocating because of the year of return 2019, which was in Ghana. Some chose not to go to Ghana, but to go to Tanzania. There's people still living there. Even some even got married there. So that's how good he was. And then he passed, I think 2021. Or was it 2021? Yeah, I think
2022 COVID.
2021. That's when he passed on, and we felt like crying. We watched even his whole funeral when they were taking him from Dar, going to the villages, to Chato, where he was born, where his place is. It was difficult for us.
Wow, that's a powerful leader who touches
And
souls.
not that Magufuli had done anything for me or for you. Only that we saw a leader who was doing things for the people. And we knew that this spirit, the fire that this guy had lit, was going to blaze into other countries. It was going to ignite, like Kenya is here to ignite. And I can tell you when I think it was after the campaigns, you know, he won and became the president for the second time, right? So when he became the president for the second time, during his, is it called inauguration?
Yeah.
The president of Malawi, Chakwera, came, right? And when Chakwera spoke, we knew that this fire had moved into Malawi.
What happened?
I think when Magufuli died, that fire was extinguished in Chakwera. And now Chakwera has lost to a very old guy who's like, how many years? Like almost 90. And now that is for Malawi, and Malawians don't love us, don't like us saying that. But the thing is, the fire had started igniting. And I'm sure this is the same fire which went even to Burkina and ignited in 2022, and we saw Traore. Because I think I've heard Traore talking about Magufuli sometime. So this is the same fire, and they rose and said, we have seen the change in Tanzania, and now we want it here. And then Tanzanians used to get most of their things from Kenya. When we talk about chicken, the chicks they used to get from Kenya. And today, it's Kenyans who get from Tanzania. You can ask me how it happened, but Magufuli just banned, literally, not just banning, BANN. He banned that, then he banned, like he put fire, and the chicks, live chicks coming from Kenya were roasted. Yeah, they were banned, and he stopped it completely and said, and many Kenyans never liked him because of that. And he stopped a lot of Kenyans from going to businesses in Tanzania. And that is how Tanzanians rose and said, we are going now to start keeping our chicks. And now they are supplying to Kenya. You see, that's the change. Beautiful for our brothers and sisters in Tanzania. That's an example. So that fire has ignited until today. Now we have seen Mali, came Burkina, came Niger. And this is the same fire that is igniting in Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire, yes. Or you didn't know that Cote d'Ivoire, people in the Ivorians, people in Cote d'Ivoire are fighting. They are fighting because we are seeing five candidates. One is the current president. Two or some have been pushed out of the elections, like the former president Laurent Gbagbo, and this guy, a puppet of France, and which he's a son-in-law to France because he's married to a French, wants to remain in power for the fourth term. That means 20 years. This is the same fire that is igniting in Cameroon. Oh, you didn't know that? Cameroonians are fighting. They voted on Sunday, and we even stood and said, you know what? We have some reports that the guy Issa Chiroma, it will be the new president according to the way it's happening. But immediately we saw people who are in the polling stations changing the polls. Like you see, Bia had gotten 158, they give 238. Like you are bloating this thing, and people started. Actually, it was so funny because the young people of Cameroon would count 15, 16, 17, like like loudly. And when one misses, no, 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 stop. 23, 24, they would count one by one. And it was crazy because I don't know. Now they at some area, one of the area they have banned the offices of the current party, that is the party in which BI is. He burned it to the ground. So it's the same fire. Literally, the fire has just ignited and burned the offices of the ruling party because Bia is refusing to go out, and people have been paid to change these polls. So they they already know that he has lost, but they have to delay this thing. They have to make sure that this guy remains the president.
Yeah.
So that's how it's happening. And you see, the same fire will spread, and I saw it spreading in Senegal. You know, although it spread in Senegal, but we still feel like, or we still think that it was, when you see fire and you get it and you use it, like you sabotage it and use it for your own thing, eh?
Where I come from, we say it's fire started from, paper.
Uh-huh.
It burns, pwah, and then it just finishes from nowhere. You find yourself without any fire.
Exactly. But there's this guy who, what is his name? There's this guy who is in the parliament of Senegal. I will remember the
I
name.
remember the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He's very eloquent for this party, Sonko's party, and he went to Burkina because they was commemorating that's 7 years since the assassination of Thomas Sankara. Is it that 7 or that 8? Just the other day, like 3 days ago.
That's it, yes.
38 years. And this guy said that we can keep on talking about Thomas Sankara and what he did, but the best thing that we can do is emulate what he used to do. Like this fire is still there, although we can say my fire, I don't know what. This fire is still there
Where in Senegal?
in Sonko. That's why you saw people saying maybe the camp is not like this, like this,
The
because that
problem
fire
with
is still
Sonko,
there.
I think he feels defeated at this point. He feels like he's helpless, and he can only, wait for probably the next election or whatever to now be the change that he wants to see for Senegal. Otherwise, as it is right now, it's so difficult for him to even voice out, and tell the people how things are really rolling behind the scenes. Because we know Jomaifai sold these guys out to France, and for him, he's good. His family will be taken care of. His wives will be, catered for. So right now, it's a matter of Sonko regaining his strength and spirit probably in the next election and getting out from this guy's camp, maintaining his party past
Yeah,
F.
yeah.
It's his, after all. And yeah, so Jamaica at the end of the day would be as useless as these other ones are after France has used them. I don't know why these people always feel like they need to serve these people who never care about their well-being, about anything that has to do with them once they're done with them.
Exactly. When you go to the toilet and you use the paper towel,
It's over.
you only throw it away
It's over.
because that's the work.
Mhm.
It's the same thing. If you let these people use you, they use you and dump you because
It's nice when when it's still there, lasting. For as far as you will go with it, it will be exciting because yes, his wives go to Paris to shop in this very beautiful classic whatever designer. It's good for them. But what happens with your legacy? What happens with your own dignity? With your own conscious? I
But
mean,
I think
do you sleep at night saying you have done well for your people, or do you sleep knowing that you betrayed the people that trusted you with all their hearts?
I think the likes of and I keep saying
Mm.
we had our parents.
Mhm.
We can say we had our grandparents who went through colonization.
Mm.
Then came our parents. And sorry to say, when our grandparents were being colonized, they suffered a lot. So when they joined the colonial schools and all that, they worked for the white man. And they used to see how the white man is. So they told their children, you have to study hard and be like them. Live like the white man. So they lived like the white man. Those are our parents. Then came our elder brothers who saw like, hey, these people have really worked hard and wasted their lives living like the white man. And now I don't want to live like the white man.
Yeah.
I want to be that white man. So you get to a point where they don't care. They just want to take en masse, all this rich, what you say? Rich,
Wow.
rich, not worth. Worth is different. This is just richness. You take money, you keep for you. So all your life, you have a good life. People who hate you, they will remember someone
They
who
don't
wasted
care.
their life, they who stole from them and all that. You have ruined everything that you could be. Then you can even move to a new country. Like the president of previous president of Senegal, then we have seen him being one of the people in the adaptation fund, the organization from Netherlands. Yeah, now he's now one of the people.
Serving.
Yeah, so he keeps serving the colonial people, and I think France made him something. I don't know what. So you end up okay. You have money, you live well, but you never be free. And another thing, why would you take all this money from the people, impoverish people, and when people are so poor, some end up being thieves, robbers. So the security of the country goes down. So that means your children and grandchildren can only
They are
live
not safe.
in those
No,
countries
they are
where
not safe.
there is racism.
Mm.
People will be saying this is not your country, go back home and all that. But imagine you made a country so good that even your children, your grandchildren will live there knowing that they are safe. The people loved their grandfather, so they love them. You can do anything. But what's the sweetness of living large, living in a country of poor people? Doesn't make sense. So the guy is Kaimaria Sanya, yeah, and he's a parliamentarian in Senegal, and this is what he said: "We love Sankara, but we must resemble him, not just on our T-shirts, but in our actions." And he's an anti-imperialist activist and Senegalese politician.
Beautiful. I love this guy. He's always very vocal on issues, Senegal, Africa. He's a Pan-Africanist. He's a patriot of his country. I don't know what will happen when he wakes up from all this Sonko Jamaifai.
I don't think he wake up from Sonko because he's a pro Sonko. Only what I know is
the kind of arrangement that they have right now.
If Sonko leaves the camp, he goes with Kaimari Sanya. Definitely, that is 100%. So, man, Africa, my Africa. But we don't know how it will happen unless it goes it's either goes the Ethiopian way or the yes way, Madagascar way, which I like,
The murder way.
Like if you see the countries that we can see they are developing, Ethiopia, they normally have they are kind of a communist or socialist government. The way they vote is different from like Kenya, like Tanzania. Kenya wastes a lot of money. One thing, the ballot papers, they are not made in Kenya. So Kenya has to take loans and pay someone. Then the presidential candidates and all other candidates, like a whole lot, thousands of them, they have to campaign. And when they campaign, they use a lot of money. So if you want to get rich, you first become a politician. You can spend a lot of your money, but when you get in, you also embezzle. You take a lot of money that could have help you to help yourself. But if you go to a country like China, they vote for the lowest in the community, like the lowest state or location. Then those guys go voting for each other. So you don't spend a lot of money. It can even be people are meeting at the village grounds and saying, between this one and this one and this one, who are you voting for? We want this. How many wants this? 10. How many wants this? 2. Then we take the 10. And now from that, they meet the location guys, they vote for the district guys. The district guys meet and vote for the province guys. The province guys meet and vote for the president. And it will be like a communal leadership because this president is just a representative. You are only representing the, say, 10 provincial presidents, and you cannot do anything without them signing and saying we all agree. You cannot make a deal with the West without them sitting and saying we all agree. So if one is saying no, we cannot do this, they have to go back to the people and tell the people this is the proposal that is here, and the people say no. But now this thing of elections leads to corruption.
That was the best system. I think Africa at some point used to have that. And it makes you very accountable to your people because you can't just sit as a president and say, I'm the final say.
Yeah.
I'm the one to put the final signature, and that would be it. Like we're seeing a lot of policies and bills being passed in Africa and most African countries, just signed by one man. That is it.
Yeah,
It's passed into law.
And the problem
Nobody advises them. Nobody, asks even questions about them. Just because he feels like this is it, we are doing it, it passes. That's the problem we have.
And remember, the biggest problem is, the politicians are very gullible. So, for example, look at the parliament, and that's the reason why I have some. Even if I could be 50% pro what Madagascar has done, I'm still 50% not sure if it's genuine because Randrianirina kept the National Assembly. He all other institutions were finished, but he kept the National Assembly. We remember when it comes to countries like for example, even Senegal, when Jomai and Sonko came in, they said we cannot do much because the parliament remains the parliament of the former president. You see, and they always serve the former president, and that means they are also linked up with France. We cannot change anything. If we try to change anything, they can bring up other things, including impeachment and all that. So we have to do elections, parliamentary elections, to remove this. But this guy has kept the parliament. I don't know, but I'm hoping that he knows what he's doing, and sooner or later he's going to pluck them out, like one by one, especially those ones that they know, because they know who are on that other side of, the French.
Yeah.
So that's what my hope. But if you look at our leadership, like this democracy thing, we have the president, he has a party, and we have the opposition, they have a party, and we have members of parliament or national members of national assembly of the president, party, then the members of parliament of the opposition party. It's like we keep on fighting until we are like talking about increasing our salaries and all that. But otherwise, we are not together. And the president can buy the opposition. You just give them money, come back to my camp, pass these bills, blah blah. I don't. They are to help me. They don't care. They pass them. The people suffer, and that's it.
That's the norm in most
Actually, there's
African countries.
a very renowned person in Kenya who was saying that if this thing has to work, the president must not be from any party. He has to be like an
Stand
independent, stand alone. So he doesn't favor this side or this side. Okay? But he should be independent and for the people. But when he comes from this party, he has like this party with his people. So they want to be the ones to benefit. That means they will never serve their people. But either way, I hate democracy. And I will never stop saying that.
Has it ever served anybody? No.
It doesn't. In countries like you say, like we talked about Ethiopia, another country is Rwanda. Rwanda has always have Kagame, and Kagame is doing things because he's not looking to make himself a lot of money. He's already have a lot. But when you look at Uganda, I don't know who keeps on.
I cry for you.
Uganda should be a very developed country because they still do these shady elections.
Uganda is a beautiful country, beautiful landscapes. We were there the other year. Beautiful landscapes. The
So
kind of environment.
It's green everywhere.
It's green everywhere all the time. Beautiful. Mamma mia! If that country had a leader that, I don't know if we can say, cared about the people, or an innovative leader like we are seeing with Burkina Faso, where the guy is an all-rounded leader looking into all sectors, Uganda could have been far.
Yeah.
The Ugandan economy, what is it running on?
I think it's agriculture.
Agriculture.
Yeah.
But mostly they are just planting bananas. Bananas grow just, they
It's
just
beautiful.
grow
I'm
everywhere
telling you,
in
Uganda
East
is
Africa. But if Uganda had a president or a young person who was very innovative with the kind of climate and the kind of land that they have, the soil is very fertile, Uganda could have been far.
I'm comparing with Burkina. Burkina is so dry.
It's so dry, but
It's
look
very
at
hot.
look at what they are producing right now.
Imagine, and this guy is like
Harvesting tons and tons of
uh-huh.
everything that they need, even selling to Canada.
Anyway, let's see what happens. Is it next year? Come
Well,
on.
in Uganda,
Grandpa is still
Grandpa
the
still has,
president.
yeah, of course, you can't even question that.
And I don't think people have the Ugandans have any luck because the son is the military general, is the leader. So
He's
you
called
cannot
Muhoozi.
oust my father. You cannot oust my
He's
father.
Muhoozi.
Yeah,
And
general.
that's I think it was a strategy for Museveni to say anything can happen. So I can only have, trusted people within my camp. I remember just watching Magufuli's daughter, an interview that she had, with one of the biggest Thai. Is it Thai? What's this guy? No. The Tanzanian one, the big one. He's just an independent,
YouTuber. He's
YouTuber.
a big YouTuber. He's a medium.
Yeah, he's huge right now. So the guy, Jessica Magufuli was saying that, anytime when the father was president, they were not allowed to get into his office, whether it's at home, the home office, or his office in whatever it is. They were not allowed to enter into that office when he has documents, from his work, like things he needs to sign, bills, whatever project he's currently working on. It was very secretive for him. His family was not allowed. In case they knocked and found him, busy working on serious business, Tanzanian business, he would have to close everything up and make sure that by the time you get to sit on that chair, there's not even a single thing that you see.
Can see.
That has to do with Tanzania and what he's currently working on his projects, because for him that was serious work that nobody had to sabotage. Even his own kids did not have the liberty to come in and read and find out, hey, who are you giving this contract, or who are you signing this deal with? It was serious business, and that's the kind of leadership that we have. Unfortunately for ours, Museveni puts his son there, Muhozi, I don't know who. They always have to make sure that their kids are within to protect them, because they know that if they are not protected by their own, then it's over. Magufuli didn't have any of his kids. Ayo, yeah, Ayo TV. Very big YouTuber in Tanzania. And the guy's been doing very tremendous good work. I think we saw his Magufuli's works through his channel.
I is big.
Yeah.
I think I hope Africa Buzz is going there.
For the leaders that we have, I'm very like, we talk about nepotism. There's nepotism, I don't know if we can call it good nepotism, where you can literally see that these are people who are literally doing good for their country and working towards the betterment of the country. I don't even think we can look at it as nepotism if you are working and developing the country towards the direction that we all want to. I don't know for Rwanda, if you, what's his name? Kagame, if he has his kids and his family within the government. I don't know. But I haven't heard of any of those stories of nepotism, because that's a guy also who's very strict on his business. Yeah, he's very strict on business. But for the rest of them, you'll either find that in South Africa right now, Ramaphosa is being implicated for, I don't know, giving his cousin, his whatever cousin's son, I don't know what, a lot of allegations that have to do with corruption, and it's still within this nepotism topic that we are talking about. Will we ever develop Africa with that? No, we will never get anywhere. We'll just find ourselves in the same cycle. In the same cycle. This one wants to eat, this one wants also to have a piece of cake, and you have to feed all of them because they are family after all.
And brothers, by the way, brothers and sisters, we need to be woke, and we need woke, the good woke. We need to realize there are a lot of psyops that are being pushed into us. Negative media, disinformation, just to close our eyes and to make us look the other way when they are doing what they are doing. We need to wake up and realize what is happening. You see wars happening here and there. We wake up and start talking about that, or go back and look at what is happening
behind the scenes.
What is happening behind the scenes? Forget about that. Okay, don't forget about it, but don't make it major.
Focus on it.
Focus on what is happening, who is benefiting, because that is the world we are living in right now.
Yeah, like, hey, especially that they are using that to cover up for bigger things behind the scenes, and we've been seeing it in a lot of countries. Remember, just with the Charlie Kirk thing, a lot of people were asking, what is it that they are doing behind, the closed doors? Because with these big scandals coming up, there's a bigger scandal behind the closed doors. And right now, we are seeing almost similar thing where it's everywhere. Like, they will divert your attention to this when there's literally something bigger than that is happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Wow. So I think we are an hour in. And
an hour past. I'm feeling sleepy. There's no coffee. My coffee is almost finishing. I think we need to call it a day. It's been a long day.
Yeah. So I've seen a post by Natalia. What does he say? Wow. Okay. This could be crazy. This could be something that we want to talk about. What our sister is looking at, she's looking at the posts by RFI.
The way they're reporting on the Madagascar issue.
Yes. And this could be huge. Let me see what she's saying. What she's saying is, no kidding. So we are no longer condemning military coups in France and the European Parliament. We are not sanctioning the perpetrators like in the Sahel. We are not denouncing them, not calling them a junta. Or is this one halal? You know, when she says, "Is this one halal? Is this one accepted?" And a brother is saying, when France and the EU do not condemn a coup d'etat and do not qualify a military power as a junta, it means that they have control over the military. Also, the ousted president, why hasn't he found refuge in Paris?
They used to run away, go to them, and
No, who
Paris.
even wants to live in Paris? Dubai is better because this guy ran Dubai. So the post by RFI says, it says, just, Madagascar Col Michael Randrianirina sworn in as president, and they don't call him a junta.
He's a president.
He says was sworn in as president of the Foundation of the Republic of Madagascar this Friday. The event comes 3 days after the dismissal of the hand of State Andry Rajoelina by the National Assembly and the seizure of power by the military. The European Union called for dialogue between all parties on the values in order to reconnect the diplomatic values. This is what we were talking about. Like, we need to be very vigilant when we celebrate some of these things. Then there's a guy from France, Yunus Omaji, say, in Madagascar, a hope has risen. It must not be disappointed. I think this Yunus Omaji, who is Yunus Omaji? Wait. Yunus Omaji.
Yunus, spell it.
Oh, okay. Yunus. That way.
Yeah.
This is the vice
right.
president of the EU Parliament, and imagine this guy being the he's saying, in Madagascar a hope has risen. It must not be disappointed. In the presence of the European Union ambassador Michael Randrianirina, sworn in as president of the Republic of Madagascar by the country's high constitutional court. A page is standing in the large island in the Indian Ocean. Full confidence in Malagasy people to control the rebuilding.
Yeah.
This is the president of the European.
We need to close this live. Over.
Yeah, this is sold out, man. Okay, our brother said we need to wait, but we are celebrating something that could be a lot.
There's nothing here.
And like I said, we are 50%, and this 50% could go the other way.
I'm now 100% the other way.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so it's crazy. It's
What?
crazy. Yeah, so
Wow.
it could be something else, but we will talk about it. And we'll see what happens
There's nothing to celebrate
tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And we've been talking about it. Like, France needs to be very vigilant also and strategic when it comes to this, because they're also in trouble. If they let things go, it's over for them. So whatever it takes. Now the problem with them is that they have people like this guy coming in and saying, giving it out to us. So, I mean, who do they take us for? What do they even think?
There is something very funny that RFI has posted. You see, they are not calling this a junta. They are not saying that. Now they are saying pro-AES influencers are closely following the situation in Madagascar. And they are saying, while the military has seized power in Madagascar and many questions continue to be asked about what they intend to do with it, influencers in the pro-AES sphere, many of them financed by Russia. We are financed by Russia because we are very agitating on social media. These supporters of the pushist military regimes in the alliance of Sahel states. You see, these one are pushists. Want to see Colonel Michael Randrianirina and his cronies as new allies. That is RFI by the way, and you may not believe it, but I'm going to show it to you. I'm definitely going to show you this. I'm going to show you this. It's crazy.
Over.
It's where is the share? Yeah, it's over. Like,
Wow.
I don't know. I don't see. Like many of them financed by Russia these supporters of the pushist military regimes of the Alliance of Sahel states, Mali, Niger, wants to see Col Michael Randrianirina and his cronies as new allies. This is RFI. That is RFI for you, and they are very sure of what they are saying.
Goodness.
Anyway, we keep watching this space.
There's nothing to watch.
But this guy is saying the AES cares France and its propaganda media.
France realized that these people are so excited when they see the army taking over, and they said, before it happens, let us do it.
There's another guy who's saying, have you noticed that the French propaganda media has not labeled the president of Madagascar as pushist or a member of a junta? Since his inauguration, this same media systematically refers to him as President Michel. Even though the coup d'etat in Madagascar is identical to that in Mali, it was the people who demanded the departure of the president. The coup d'etat took place without a single shot fired, without a single victim except for one civilian killed by the forces of the outgoing president during the demonstration. Why then do the French media call Michael president, but label the heads of the state of the as pushist or member of the junta? You see now, people are coming. There's something today in this house. So that's what we were saying. We are 50%. It could be a psyop, and you might be surprised that we are saying, hey, the new president of Madagascar, but in real sense, it's just another like Gabon, because these guys are scared of what happened to RFI shows us truth colors.
Well, I think we need to close it here. I'm just disappointed, and I think we can call it a night and call it a day, because what else can we expect from this?
We keep watching, brothers and sisters, and
I don't think I have the energy to keep watching.
Let us know in the comment section. I'll keep watching and I'll keep informing the people to see what happens, because, like we said last time, too good to be true. Actually, in that video, we even wrote the thumbnail, too good to be true. Yes, this is too good to be true. Like,
no, I think it has been revealed. Well, if RFI is the one reporting it in this manner, what kind of evidence? It's like what we saw
they are boasting.
in
Like,
they are
beating their chest. And
you believed it and we did it.
They are saying these supporters of the pushist military regimes want to see this guy joining, being an we just said that when we started this video.
Of course, that was the hope. Like all of us knew that, well, we are a step closer to getting a port or whatever.
But we talked about Russia. Let's see if there could be propaganda from these guys, so that the people can calm down. Anyway, we keep watching, and guys, please join our join our WhatsApp. We have that link in the comment section. When you click to that, to take you directly to our WhatsApp group. Join. We have a very beautiful chat. Our brothers and sisters are waking us up in that sphere, the WhatsApp sphere. Then you can buy our merchandise on that link, African Bars Shop fortheworld.com. You find a very beautiful merchandise there featuring Traore, our African leader, among many other things. And if you'd like to support us by buying us coffee, we have buymeacoffee.com/African Bars. That is the easiest way to support us. Then we also have elegantmasai.com. elegantmasai.com. You can buy African merchandise there. You can buy African merchandise, African handmade products from that sphere. This sphere what has gotten into me.
And I think we need to appreciate our brothers and sisters who've been supporting us in those, areas. You have been ordering a lot of our products from Elegant Masai. We're seeing a lot of you also, even on our website, the recently closed one. A lot of you had already purchased, and hopefully
that was the public.
refunded.
We lost it.
Yeah.
But now we are on for the war. For the war. This one. Where's it? that one. Yeah.
Yeah, you had already purchased a few items, and we appreciate you. Thank you so much also for coming on to this other side now that we have opened the 401. Thank you. Continue to support us. It really encourages us, to keep on bringing the news and pushing forward and creating a community of like-minded people who are, we have a lot to share. We have a lot to talk about, and so many different ideas on how to rebuild our continent as the young people of this continent. From you, brothers and sisters, young, old, whatever advice you have, we're always appreciative of everything that you have to tell us, to guide us, to share with us.
On our WhatsApp group. The link is on the screen here. This link, and it's in the comment section. So click it and you join our WhatsApp group. It's beautiful. We are talking there like every day, every hour, beautiful things, realizing who we are and our power as Africans, our people of African descent. We see you in the next videos and next lives and next shorts. And we see you on our fourth wall buying our products, and also elegantmasai.com.
I need coffee.
Bye bye.